Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you all? I hope you are doing well. So now today we discuss the second part of Plato. Knowing involves true beliefs. Without knowing, we cannot justify the true beliefs, which means that they connect with facts. However, we might have a true belief, but only because we just happen to guess something correctly. You justify the correctly. For example, we might believe there is a life on some distant planet, not because we have any evidence for this, but just because we like the thought that it might be true. If it turns out to be true, then we have a true belief, but it was just a lucky guess. So, real knowledge, according to Plato, is true belief with justification for that belief. इसमें हम ये भी कह सकते हैं कि मेरा जो बिलीव है या वो तब तक हमारा प्रूव नहीं होता है जब तक उस बगैर एविडेंस के, या अगर आप वो एविडेंसली प्रूव है या आप इस चीज़ के लिए आप थ्रू रीज़न उसको समझने की कोशिश करते हो या आप जस्टिफाई कर रहे हो कि वो वाकई हकीकत में है, तो वही आपका नॉलेज है वो जस्टिफाई हो जाएगा, वो जो आपको बिलीफ होगा वो ट्रू हो जाएगा। और ट्रू कब बिलीफ होगा? जब आप किसी चीज़ के बारे में जानेंगे, जब वो रियल होगा। अगर वो चीज़ रियल नहीं होती है तो वो लाइक जस्ट अ लकी गैस। जैसे कि आप ये भी कह सकते हैं कि एग्ज़ाम में बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आए हैं और MCQs हैं, तो MCQs में बहुत सारे ऑप्शन होंगे ABCD एंड you know that the right answer, you click the right answer because you knowing it. अगर आपके पास आपको नहीं उस चीज़ का पता या आपके पास एविडेंस नहीं है, आप जिस एक तुक्का लगा रहे हैं लकी गेस, तो वो ट्रू हो जाता है, तो वो आपको ट्रू बिलीफ में आ जाएगा। अगर नहीं है तो वो आपका क्या आ जाएगा, एक लकी गेस में आएगा। आपने तुक्का लगाया लेकिन आप उस चीज़ के बारे में नहीं जानते हैं, लेकिन आपने सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक टिक उस पर लगा दिया कि आपको डाउट है या आपको लकी गैस या ऐसे ही लगा दिया है, तो ये बिलीफ है तब होगा ट्रू बिलीफ जब वो जस्टिफाई हो जाएगा। Galilee of the cave then was a way for Plato to try to get people to see life as being like emerging from living in a cave to discovering things as they really are, with different levels of reality and different levels of awareness. And there are two pictures of reality, level of reality and level of awareness. First of all, level of awareness. What is the type of awareness? How you know the things about the reality, how you know understand the picture of reality. And then second level of reality is understanding and discovering awareness, so cause and effect relation. How can you understand the picture of truth and metaphysics and knowledge? Philosophical education is life slow but steady emergence out of the cave of ignorance into the light of knowledge. As previously noted that Plato claimed there are different levels of reality. Shadows are real but they are not as real as the objects they are shadows of. For instance, a shadow of a dog is real. However, if a cloud comes by and blocks the sun, causing the shadow to go away, the dog does not disappear because the dog shadow is there, but the actual physical dog is even more real. It exists even when the shadow does not. For Plato, while actual dogs are real, they are not as real as the concept of dog, what he called the idea or form of dog. The understanding in the form of idea, the form of dog, and any other things. For example, if he had a concept of dog or tree, the concept could exist even if all the actual physical dogs died off, because you have a idea or form in your mind. We have the concept of dinosaurs even though there are no actual dinosaurs. So, because we read it, we listen and understanding and study about history, so we very well know about the concept history of dinosaurs and many plants and animals. We don't know the picture of the object, but we just through learning and studying. So there, Plato clear the concept of the idea. What is the concept of idea and the form? What is a form? Form is a reality in your mind. Because if the shadow is not real and shadow is not exist and shadow is diffused, so the picture of the reality, picture of object is in mind, exists in itself and a presence, because this is a real and a pure. You cannot deny it. Just as an actual dog is more real than a shadow dog, so the concept of idea of dog is even more real than actual dogs. For Plato, there are degrees of reality, and what is most real is not the seven everyday object of common experiences. Instead, ideas are the most real things. Plato further I claim that the ideas are like ideal, perfect objects, and actual physical individuals are like imperfect copies of these ideas. They say that ideal picture is a perfect, and the physical object individual is are imperfect because they can move and easily change time to time. But the picture and ideal and ideas and forms is a real and exist and constitute in your mind. For instance, we normally think of and experience many different breeds of dogs as well as individual dogs. All of these dogs have lots of features that are particular lots of families and kinds. That is, one dog might be black, and while on the multiple choice questions on exam, a lucky guess. For example, someone might believe that the correct answer to the question is option B, but not really know that there is the correct answer. If it turns out that it is a correct, then that person had a true belief, but not knowledge, just a good guess or good hunch. For Plato, then knowledge is true belief that has justification for it. Plato's concept of knowledge as justified true belief shaped the study of epistemology for centuries. He clearly the concept of the true justified true beliefs. When you know something about it, then you justify, and then last one is clearly and the ultimate reality understand the picture of truth and picture of object. With respect of to axiology of values, Plato's claims about the soul knowing the ideas have an immediate implication about education. If the person who leaves the cave rushes out in the sunlight, having been in the darkness of the cave, he would be blinded by the sudden bright light. The blinding sensation would even be painful. Instead, it would be better for that person to leave the cave, gradually become acclimated to the bright light. Likewise, Plato said, people need to the educated gradually to see the ideas. इसी तरह अगर वो एक गार से निकलता है या कहीं दूसरी जगह पे जाता है, एग्जाम्पल के तौर पर किसी शहर में जाता है अपने इन्वायरमेंट छोड़कर, ठीक है, तो उसके लिए वो बहुत सारी चीज़ों को समझना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है। ऐसे ऐसे जब वो समझता है तो उसके इल्म में इजाफा होता है, वो एक नॉलेज के रास्ते भी चलना शुरू हो जाता है, उसके लिए आसानियाँ हो जाना शुरू हो जाती हैं, वो समझने लगता है कि हकीकत क्या है चीज़ के। ऐसे ही एलिगरी ऑफ द केव जो है, प्लाटो ने प्रॉपरली उसको बता दिया कि एग्जाम्पल के तौर पर, एक मिथ के तौर पर भी कहा जाता है इसको, कि हम उसकी रोशनी से बाहर आए तो हमें पता चला कि हकीकत क्या है, दुनिया क्या है। वो रोशनी डाली है जब नेचुरल चीज़ों पे, नेचुरल वर्ल्ड है, यूनिवर्सल जो जितनी भी चीज़ ऑब्जेक्टली मौजूद हैं, हम उसको समझ रहे हैं, देख रहे हैं। टाटा से पीपल नीड टू एजुकेटेड, उसकी ज़रूरत है समझने की, जानने की, to see the ideas only after having studied every day common objects say through science, and then having studied abstract objects such as mathematics is a person ready to study philosophy, discipline for studying ideas fruitfully. At his academy, Plato had a structured curriculum and required students to the study observational science before mathematics, and then only later could they study philosophy. Otherwise, he thought if they tried to study philosophy before they were ready, they would find it painful and would reject it. इसमें यही है कि जब हम फ़लसफ़े को या किसी चीज़ को समझना है तो हमें उसके लिए उसको जानना और समझना पढ़ना ज़रूरी है, तभी हम उसके बारे में समझ सकेंगे, किसी चीज़ को जानने सकें, वरना हमारे लिए किसी चीज़ पे अमल करना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा, पेनफुल ही हो जाएगा। तो ऐसा ऐसा हमें किसी चीज़ के बारे में जानना है, समझना है, सीखना है, तभी हम उसको एडॉप्ट कर सकते हैं, अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं, अपने इल्म में इजाफा कर सकते हैं। Plato is a clearly concept the idea. What is idea? Ideas are real, and a physical object is just like a copy, and a picture of an idea is a realist. Just you can say two worlds. Outer world is a real, and this world is a copy. Okay, so the reflection is that sunlight through reflection, and reflect is just a picture of through shadow, through light. Just understand of reality, understand the object. So So Plato is the idealist philosopher. There is a first form allegory in the cave with a clearly picture of the reality, clearly picture of metaphysics and knowledge, how you know about the truth and how you know understand the level of reality and level of awareness, middle to higher level of reality. How can you understand, how can you knowing the truth to justify true bliss? You just basically these many examples clearly uh, justify true bliss. So I hope you understand this picture of reality and a picture of metaphysical understanding elegant in the claim.